Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ringer57 YouTube channel. Today's video is just the assembly of Dragonfly. We went ahead and slammed it together. I was kind of rushed on this because I was hoping to race this weekend. I have to work, but I was going to take Susie. I got the spring for her, everything ready to go. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. It's not a whole lot. I kind of cut to the chase and got things done more than I filmed. We'll be moving away from that, especially with the new camera coming tomorrow. So, yep. Alright guys, we're buttoning up Dragonfly today. So, I'm in here alone. It's a nice quiet space for me for a little while. I had this timed once. It immediately went to jumping time and got way off when I bumped the wrench I had hanging off the crank. So I've got it back apart, and I'm using an old trick that I forgot all about, but I thought might be useful to you guys. So, I got my timing mark down here. Hold on. Set on TDC. I verified that is number 1 TDC. Got my timing mark here, pointed directly forward on the exhaust cam. And then back here on the intake cam, you can't see it worth a I counted 15 pins, marked the 15th pin, and lined that up with number 3. So you can't see it because it's a royal pain to see, but it's lined up. Then I went to the holes in the cam gears and I put a zip tie on it. It can't jump. I also can't turn it, but I don't need to turn it until I've got this guide on and the tensioner in. I'll get those together, and then I'll sit here and hold it by hand while I turn it slowly until the tensioner takes up all the slack, and it shouldn't jump anymore. Shouldn't. Don't know why they do this. The Gixxer 750 was the same way. I forgot completely about having to do that, but they're a royal pain in the time. So now I just got to go through and run all these down. I already started with 1, 2, 3, you get the pattern. It's all numbered out. Run them down evenly, a quarter turn at a time. That's probably a little aggressive, but I do it anyway just because caution's sake. And then we'll final torque them. And next thing you should see, I should be in here with Junior. I'll probably set up a time lapse with Junior in here, and we'll finish putting it together. Well, that was a very exciting last hour or so. We've gone ahead and got the cams timed, tensioner gasket scraped, tensioner installed, tightened it up onto the tensioner, snipped the zip ties, everything snapped tight, stayed in time, rotated it around a few times, checked it, rotated it around, checked it, just to make sure any slack that may be in the system got taken up by the tensioner. It's still gonna have a little slack, but not enough to jump time. Once it gets oil pressure, it'll snap real good and tight. We went ahead and put our plugs in. I have them gapped up a little tighter than stock. I'm not gonna tell you where they're gapped up, but they're gapped up. Power commander wiring laid out, cam sensors plugged in. Everything's plumbed up to the front. I need to install the radiator next. Oh, we put the exhaust on. Got that run down, got the bolt in, got the exhaust all the way out the back on. So we got hang a radiator, hook up the 2 oil cooler lines, and fill the radiator with distilled water and water wetter. And we should be able to go ahead and, once we fill it with water and water wetter, make sure there's no leaks down here on either of these 2 lines or this housing. And we'll go ahead and send her. We're gonna throw the throttle bodies on, gas tank on, and see if she starts. I don't know if we'll get that far tonight, but we're gonna dang try. I'm gonna take a quick break though. I've been at this for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and I need one. All right guys, and fast forward a little bit. We've got the oil drained. We got fresh Rotella T1540 in there. We're switching away from the expensive synthetic because I'm hard on this bike anyway. We got the air box just kind of chilling on here. Everything's plugged in just to get the FI light shut off. Throttle body's on, radiator's on. Got water wetter in it. Got it full of distilled water with the water wetter. It's full to the brim right now, but the back of the bike's up in the air. We'll need to strap it in the front, drop the back down, and we'll get it freaking heat cycled a couple times to make sure we got all the air bubbles out. But it should, actually I already know it will. So she's good as fixed right now. Yes, there's a little smoke back there. The exhaust runner for number 2 is freaking chock full of oil. So you're getting residual smoke trailing out the exhaust, but not a whole lot. It'll burn off after a heat cycle or 2. We'll make sure that's burned off and verify that it is not burning any oil. I'm gonna keep the door open. Bloody notifications. I need to learn to turn them off. Good news is, after tomorrow, I shouldn't have to turn those off. We do have a mirrorless DSLR on the way. I've tried a few different cameras, and they've all sucked pretty bad, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to that. The editing software is working perfectly. Got some RAM coming to upgrade my computer a little bit, get a little more RAM to it. And I got a 5 terabyte hard drive, so I don't lose all my videos. I usually have to delete them from my phone because I run out of memory. Not an issue anymore. So anyway, she's back together, guys. I got a little bit of buttoning up to do and some heat cycles, but all that can be done off the lift. The whole point of this was to get her on the lift. The only way to get the shock off Susie is with the front end strapped. I can either do that on the trailer or I can do it on the lift. But we have got our 600.225, so 6-inch by 2.25 inch, 1,000 pound spring from Marcus today. We're gonna get that shoved on there, and that should solve my squat issue with Susie, and then we can start dialing in from there. There was no sense in beating on a dead horse. She was squatting so hard she was smacking the fender. It just wasn't proper. So now we got that. We'll get that stuffed in there and Susie will be ready for the track. We get this stuck back together the last little bit, heat cycle it a couple times, and it's ready for the dyno. It will not go out and get sprayed or anything. The only thing I still have to do is this wire right here is my activator for my nitrous. So that arms the nitrous. I have an output from this nitrous controller running the relay for the map switch. I don't trust that. That's part of how I blew up Susie. So we're going to go ahead and run this wire into this loom. There's a yellow wire. See it right there? That yellow wire is going to go into this white wire too. And that'll switch the map as soon as we arm the nitrous. So much better that way. But yep. That's it, guys. She's together. And thank you for watching the Ring 57 YouTube channel. Without you guys' support, I really wouldn't have much motivation to film any of this. I am planning to take the whole channel to another level. We have a mirrorless DSLR coming, a good one, a Canon EOS 50. We've got a good freaking computer. Everything's ready to rock and roll. So hopefully we can come out with some really good, top-notch content this summer.